Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Glad you could join me for another excursion into the world of Harbor Freight coupons. This time we're going to be looking at the Inside Track Club deals for May 2025. And if you want to find this flyer anytime you like, you can find it at my website under the Extras tab. Just click that. That's the domain, Extras tab, and you'll find this and many more flyers for everything going on at Harbor Freight. Anyway, so let's get started for the Inside Track Club deals for the month of May 2025 and see what is available for you Inside Track Club guys. And I do have quite a few interesting things also to point out as well. But let's get started first of all looking at these coupons that you have right here in front of you. These coupons are only available for this weekend if you're watching this video the moment I put it out. So they're available from the 2nd until the 4th. You could take advantage of these coupons. Everyone can save 15% on all Predator generators. It doesn't matter what size, shape, or power. All Predator generators, 15% off for everyone out there. If you're an ITC member, you get 20% off, so a little bit of savings on that guy. Now, here we start off talking about the interesting things that I wanted to point out to you guys. Now, I mentioned this before, but in case you're new to the channel and you haven't heard me say this before, let me repeat it for you because I see a lot of comments relating to this online. Harbor Freight is really horrible at giving you guys your extra percentage off if you're an ITC member. A lot of times you won't get it. So be sure to point it out to the register, the cashier, whoever it may be sure to point it out that they have to give you the extra percentage if you're an ITC member. You have to be an ITC member, you have to have your club number with you, you have to have all that information so they can log you in properly in the system. But sometimes they don't do it. Sometimes they don't have this coupon at the register. So if you don't have that coupon with you, they won't give you anything because as you see, the Inside Track Club people do not have any kind of coupon code. It just is supposed to automatically give you 20% off, but it doesn't always work because a lot of the people there are just not well trained enough to know what to do. So copy this code here, take it with you. That way you have the barcode, the code number, all that kind of stuff. Pull it up on your phone if you want to do that. And be sure to tell the cashier, did you give me my 20% off? Be sure before they close out the transaction because I still see a lot of posts online saying that people are not getting their full discount. They may get the 15, they may get nothing at all. So always carry the coupons with you because you don't have a special one for ITC members. That was a problem at the beginning when they switched over to not having any coupons, and it's still a problem today, like 3 years later. So Harbor Freight is a little lazy as far as training people to know what to do and how to do it properly. And you know, a lot of people, I still see people complaining and wishing that they would go back to the coupon system. But the reason that Harbor Freight went away from that is because you could get ITC coupons and use them if you weren't an ITC member. But that's easy enough to fix with their system. You would think the system could be programmed to simply cross-reference and see if you're a member or not. But again, they're lazy. They don't want to pay the extra money to have a better system on hand. So that's the problem there. Be sure to take care of that stuff. When you go pay for something, get your money's worth. Get what you're entitled to because you did pay for the membership. Get that extra 5% that you're entitled to. So there you go. Now, let's move on to the coupons. And before we get into these, I want to point out something also that I've noticed. Now, again, if you're a member of my channel and you follow what I talk about and the things that I bring up, then you already know. But if you don't, you can go check out my channel page on the post. It used to be community tab. Now they call it the post tab. I did a poll a little while ago talking about changes going on at Harbor Freight where there's higher prices, less coupons, all that kind of stuff. Well, I can give you proof positive right here, right now, of how the changes are taking place. Talking about this flyer, these coupons right now. This is the smallest flyer that I've ever seen for ITC members. Honestly, I've been doing this for years. And most of the time, I put together like 5 or 6 pages of coupons for you guys every single month for the ITC members. This time, I'm down to just 2 pages. It is that small. I mean, if you go back and you look at the previous coupons, I think if you go back 2 months, it was like 200 coupons, something like that, 200 deals, whatever you want to call it. It was around 200 deals, 200 coupons, something like that. Last month, it dropped down to around 180. This time in this flyer, we're down to only 120. So that tells you how small this has become. Maybe next month it'll be 100 or under 100. I don't know. But it really is shrinking as to the amount of coupons that they give you and the value that they're giving you for your membership. I know some people are going to get mad and may decide not to be an ITC member anymore. I'm not Harbor Freight. I frankly don't care. But I'm telling you because I want you to know what you're getting. If you look at this flyer, you may just glance through it and go, okay, yeah, I didn't see anything I want this time. But you probably will not notice how much smaller it is. So I wanted to point that out for you. Anyway, so let's get into the coupons themselves and see what's available. Maybe there's something interesting in here that you may want to buy this month. So we start off looking here at the Yukon 46-inch mobile workbench and has a solid wood top. Comes in 3 colors, blue, red, or black. You can get it right now this month for $280, normally $300, so that's about $20 you save. And these coupons or these deals are all available until the end of May, 5/29. So everything in this flyer, you have the entire month to take advantage of it. And if you want to get yourself a soaker hose, there you go, $8. You can get that 50-footer by 3/4 inch right there. You need a hand truck, there you go, 600-pound capacity hand truck for $55 from Franklin. And I'm not going to go over every single flyer, but I will go slow so you can see what's available. But let's talk about some of the interesting stuff. Here you go. If you want an 800-pound capacity appliance hand truck, you can get it for $100 right now, normally $130, so you save yourself $30. For you Queen guys, here you go. 3/8-inch drive, 5 to 100 foot-pounds digital angle torque wrench. $140 right now, normally $170, save yourself $30. Some magnetic glove tissue dispenser. There you go. Real men don't use tissue, but gloves we do. There you go. Anyway, this guy is magnetic, attaches to the side of any workbench, cart, whatever you have. Comes in 8 colors, red, black, green, orange, white, yellow, blue, and gray. This guy right now is $10, normally $15. Save yourself about $5 there. You want a tarp? There you go, $50. This humongous all-weather tarp, 19 by 29. There you go, $50 right now, normally $60. You want a hardwood dolly? $25 for this 24-inch by 16-inch, 1,000-pound capacity solid deck hardwood dolly. Or if you want some deep sockets, these color-coordinated guys are available in either SAE or metric. 3/8-inch drive, color-coded, 10 pieces. There you go, $10 right now, normally $14, so you save yourself about $4 or $5. And if you want a compressor, here we go with Fortress 2-gallon 135 PSI ultra-quiet oil-free hand-carry job site air compressor, $160 right now, normally $190, save yourself $30. Here's a different dolly. There you go. If you didn't like the other one, this one doesn't have the carpeting on it. It's 24 by 16, 1,000-pound capacity again, $23 for this one, $23.50, normally $27, save yourself a few bucks. And more stuff for you Queen guys. 3/8-inch drive SAE and metric master socket set, 72 pieces for $80, normally $100, you save yourself $20. And some of these security lights, which I always like to point out, they're not extremely bright, so they're not going to scare away anybody, but they're convenient if you want to use them to light up a walkway or something so you don't trip in the dark, or to see your keys when you need to, get yourself into the house or something. There you go from Bunker Hill, 115 lumens wall mount solar security lights for only $8, normally $12, save yourself a couple of bucks. Comes in black or white. They're solar powered so you can put them anywhere, no wiring needed, and they are motion activated so they'll light up whenever you walk by. And if you want a little tactical flashlight, here you go with this 800 lumens tactical flashlight from Braun for only $10, normally $14, save yourself about $4. And if you need a welder, how about the MIG 140 professional welder with 120 volt input? $370 right now, normally $500, so that's $130 you save. That's a decent savings on that guy. How about some stuff for hauling stuff? There you go, a 500-pound capacity steel cargo carrier for $40, and a 12,000-pound capacity winch hitch mount for $70, normally $80, save yourself about $10. Another little tarp right here. There you go, 11 by 11, a square, all-purpose, the blue tarp for only $7, normally $10, save yourself about $3. Or how about if you want an ultra torque air impact wrench, 1/2-inch composite with twin hammers, 1,500-pound capacity for $130, normally $160, $30 off. Here's another tarp, another blue one, 20 by 20, another bigger square. You can get this guy for $18 right now, normally $25. Or if you need a little service cart from US General, the 30-inch by 16-inch 3-shelf steel service cart for 50 bucks, normally 70. Save yourself about 20 bucks on that guy. And another tarp, my goodness, you guys must want to cover up a lot of stuff. So many tarps. 9-foot by 11 heavy-duty all-purpose tarp for 11 bucks, normally 13. There you go. You need a Predator engine, the 8-horsepower 301cc overhead valve horizontal shaft gas engine for 230 bucks right now, normally 250. Save yourself 20 bucks. You need a submersible sewage pump. There you go. You can get that guy right there. Or this manual tire changer for 50 bucks, normally 60. Save about 10 bucks right there. And if you are fortunate enough to have a lift, if you have a shop or if you have a lift at home, when you want to change your oil, you don't want to make a gigantic mess. So here you go with the 20-gallon portable oil lift drain for 145 bucks right now, normally 175. Save yourself 30 bucks. And one thing also to point out as we go along, that I noticed that a lot of people are complaining about the price differences and stuff like that as well. Some prices are higher, some prices are lower. It depends what you're looking at and when you're getting it. Like I had one of you guys make a comment on one of the videos that you bought a jack, I think it was, a few months back, and it was higher than it is right now in the current coupons that I did a video about a little while ago. And the reason is that we had a higher inflation time just a few months ago. So that's one of the problems that you're going to run into. This is a tricky time in history that we're living through right now, because we went from a high inflation time to a change in administration, and now inflation is kind of going down, but other factors are causing prices to go up, like the tariffs and so forth. So it's been really a roller coaster as far as what's been going on in this country over the past decade or so, something like that, where it's high inflation, low inflation, high tariff, this, that, everything is just not following the normal terms that most of the time happen when you have recessions, inflation, this, that, and the other. One thing will balance out the other. All that is gone right now. It's totally crazy. So you don't know what's a good thing to buy and when is a good time to buy it either. So it's kind of crazy. You may wind up paying too much or you may get a fantastic deal. Depends if you're lucky enough. And that's one important thing right there. One great reason to be able to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you stay informed every time I make one of these great videos covering all sorts of coupons and deals going on at Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. Regardless of tariffs or inflation, I'm always looking for the best deals to save you guys money. So hit that subscribe button and let's keep on going. Here you go. Summer's right around the corner. You plan on doing some yard work? Here you can get yourself a 56-inch round point shovel for 12 bucks, normally 15. Save a few bucks there. You need a metal jerry can of 5-gallon capacity. Here you go, 50 bucks for that guy, normally 65. You need a 10-inch worry-free tire with polyurethane hub, 12 bucks right now for that guy, normally 14, only a couple of bucks, not a big difference. But how about a bow rake, 62-incher? You can get it for 16 bucks right now, normally 23. And if you want some work gloves from Hardy, here you go with the goatskin leather riding work gloves. Comes in small, medium, large, or extra large for 7 bucks, normally 10. Save a few bucks there. Or these black oxide drill bits, here you go. The 3/16 to 1 3/8 in sizes for 20 bucks right now, normally 30, so save yourself some money there. And like I always point out, the black oxide is eventually going to wear off. If you want to save yourself more money, get the high-speed steel. They're the same as this without the coating, and you can save yourself some money. Most of the time, the 2-set like this is only around 9 bucks, so it's a bigger savings. And how about some jumper cables? 16-footer, 6-gauge jumper cables for 15 bucks, normally 18. Again, not a big savings on that guy. You need a square nose shovel. Here you go, another 56-incher for 12 bucks, normally 15. And if you want a 30-ton hydraulic bottle jack, you can get this guy for 90 bucks, normally 120. Save yourself 30 bucks. Or if you want a 2.3-gallon manual fluid extractor to do all sorts of work on your vehicles and so forth, 80 bucks right now for this one from Holt, normally 90. Save yourself about 10 bucks right there. And one thing I'll point out also, if you want to save yourself more money, I would say do a comparison. Unless you're an absolute fanboy for Harbor Freight, do a little comparison and check out Amazon or Vivor. They have the same stuff, and sometimes you can get it even cheaper than Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight used to be the cheapest deal in town, the best deal in town, a few years ago. Not so much anymore. Sometimes I find a lot of deals out there that are better than Harbor Freight prices. So that's just a little word to the wise right there. How about this guy? The two-step steel stool from Franklin for 20 bucks. Normally 30, save about 10 bucks. Or if you need some inverter cables, here you go. 6-footer 2-gauge inverter cable for 35 bucks. Normally 40, save only about 5 bucks. For you Doyle fans, you can get this 5-inch multi-purpose vise with anvil for 150 bucks. Normally 175, save yourself 25 bucks. And how about a 15-slot wrench organizer? There you go. These are convenient to keep all your wrenches nice and organized. So you don't have to mess around scrambling around in your drawer trying to find the right one. Everything is right where it belongs. 10 bucks for these guys, normally 13. Save a few bucks. Or the panel trim removal tool set, 6 pieces for 17 bucks, normally 22. And one thing to point out, there are only 3 sizes in this set. You have the long and the short, but these 3 are the same as these 3 right there. Only 3 sizes on the head, just a little longer handle to them. So don't think you're going to get 6, because it's not. It's 6 of the same 3, if that makes sense. And how about a steel trailer tongue box, 2.31 cubic foot from Hallmaster, 72 bucks right now, normally 100. That's 28 bucks off. And a few casters for you guys. Here you go with a 6-inch and a 3-inch. For 17 bucks or 4 bucks. Wow, that is a big difference in pricing right there. 17 for a 6-incher and 4 for a 3? That is a big price difference there. And how about your pneumatic fan clutch wrench set from Maddox? 55 bucks for this set right now. Normally 75, so save yourself around 20 bucks there. Or how about if you need a bimetal hole saw assortment set, 14 pieces for $27. Anywhere from 3/4 inch to 2.5 inch size. Or the Maddox Deluxe Paintless Dent Repair Kit. There you go for 100 bucks. Normally 140, save yourself 40 bucks. You need a little mechanic's roller seat with drawers, 70 bucks right now from Pittsburgh. Normally 80, save yourself about 10 bucks. Or here's another one of these guys. A little different than the one we saw previously, but here you have from Holt again, a pneumatic air-operated fluid extractor. You don't pump this one. This one has an air inlet. 110 bucks for this guy, normally 145, save yourself 35 bucks. Or the Holt self-adjusting oil filter pliers for only 10 bucks. These are very convenient to have on hand. I have a set of these guys, but I didn't get the Holt because Holt didn't exist back then when I got them. I got the old Pittsburgh one, and they were a lot cheaper. They're about 4 or 5 bucks. So if you want to get the cheaper one, you can always get the Pittsburgh and save yourself more money. But these are not too bad for 10 bucks. Normally 17. At this price, they're still cheaper than O'Reilly's or Walmart. But for 17 bucks, again, just like I pointed out previously, you can go to O'Reilly's and pay around the same amount, I think it was, maybe 20 bucks, something like that. At Walmart, it's definitely cheaper, only about 15 bucks. So there you go. See what I'm saying? That Harbor Freight used to be a great deal. Now they're pretty much about the same as everybody else in a lot of their products. In some, you can still get some great deals, but not in everything across the board. And here you go if you need a recovery strap for 13 bucks. Or if you want to keep your Mary Jane nice and happy, there you go. 16 bucks for that guy, 19 watt, 2-foot linkable. Or for you welders out there, how about a welding blanket, 4x6 footer fiberglass? There you go, 16 bucks right now, normally 20. Save yourself about 4 or 5 bucks. And if you need a nice bag from Hercules, the 16-inch tool bag with 6 pockets for 10 bucks, normally 17. Save yourself about 7, 8 bucks. Or how about the socket tray organizer 3-piece set, SAE or metric, and it covers all 3 sizes right there. There you go, 8 bucks for these guys, normally 10, only a couple of bucks you save. Or the Maddox cooling system test and refill kit for 50 bucks, normally 88. That's about 40 bucks you save on that guy. That's not too bad. Or if you need yourself an adjustable creeper, there you go from Pittsburgh, 250-pound capacity creeper with adjustable headrest, 35 bucks right now, normally 45. Save yourself 10 bucks. Or if you want from Hercules some impact-rated hex shank titanium drill bit set, 7 pieces for 10 bucks, normally 13. Save a couple of bucks there. Or the flaring kit from Maddox, 55 bucks right now, normally 70. Save yourself about 15 bucks on that guy. And I have heard mixed reviews on this, so just check it out before you get it. Some people say it's good, some people say it's not so good. Just do your own little research. And you need a motorcycle wheel chuck. There you go, 30 bucks for this guy right now, normally 50. Save yourself about 20 bucks there. Or a professional straight line air sander for you guys to do body work and stuff. From Baxter, 90 bucks right now, normally 120, save yourself 30 bucks. Or a dirt bike stand, 1,000 pound capacity for 30 bucks from Pittsburgh, normally 38, so that's about 8 bucks you save right there. How about a nice cast steel anvil, 65 pounder from Doyle, 120 bucks, normally 140, that's 20 bucks you save. And you need a large storage container, there you go, 4 bucks right there. Or from Doyle, you can get yourself the premium ratcheting tube bender kit for 120 bucks, normally 140, that's 20 bucks you save right there. And see, this is one thing that I can tell you right here, that Vevor does sell the same exact thing, because I got the kit from Vevor. When I got it, Harbor Freight didn't even carry this. Then a few months later, Harbor Freight started carrying it. And I'll tell you, they're pretty much identical, and the price is very close. They may fluctuate back and forth, depends who has a better sale at the time. So I would say check out Vevor to see you can get the same thing, maybe even cheaper. I forget what I paid for mine, because that was about 3 years ago. So a little hard to remember this one particular kit. But, check it out. Get yourself informed. Here you go. How about the over-the-wheel tie-down bonnet or strap, whatever you want to call it. Here you go. 17 bucks for this guy. Normally 23. Save a few bucks there. Or you need a face shield. 15 bucks from Ranger. Normally 17. Only a couple of bucks you save. Here you go for you Quinn guys. The 10 to 50 inch-pound precision torque screwdriver. 22 pieces for 70 bucks. Normally 80, so you save about 10 bucks. You need a grease gun. Get yourself a professional grease gun with lever action from Holt for about 20 bucks. Normally 29, so that's about 10 bucks there. And here you go, an American flag. And for the first time that I've ever seen it, it says made in the USA, because most of the time their flags come from China. That's why in some states, I think it's Massachusetts, I can't remember, but in some places, maybe Minnesota, it's one with an M. One of those states, you can't sell the flags there. But this one says made in the USA. 3x5 embroidered American flag, 15 bucks if you want to get that. Normally 20, save yourself about 5 bucks there. Or the trailer spare tire carrier from Hallmaster, 18 bucks right now. Normally 28, save about 10 bucks. Or the portable air tank, 5 gallon for 33 bucks, normally 38, save about 5 bucks on that guy. Or how about the 150-foot extension cord reel for 7 bucks, normally 10, save about 3 bucks. Or you want yourself a spot flood combo LED light bar, 32-incher, you can get this guy for 110 bucks, normally 130, save 20 bucks. Or you have to keep all your pliers nice and organized, here you go, the wire plier rack for 9 bucks, normally 12, that's 25% off. I don't know how convenient this is. Personally, I would find that a little annoying, having to pick out the pliers from every one of those things. I prefer actually hanging them up on one of those little magnetic things that they have. It's easier just to pull it off and put it back on the magnet. Instead of right here, it takes more effort to get it right in the same slot every single time you want to pull it out, put it back, etc. But that's just me. Some of you guys might like it. If you do, let us know. How about if you're looking for a 32-ounce professional HTE compliant siphon air spray gun? 80 bucks for this guy right now from Spectrum. Normally 100, save yourself 20 bucks. Some forearm lifting straps. There you go. Make yourself into Hercules. There you go, 11 bucks right now. Normally 13, save a couple of bucks. Or an air needle scaler, 55 bucks right now. Normally 70, save about 15 bucks there. Or this guy, the Warrior cordless micro engraver with diamond tip ballpoint. For $7.50, normally $10, save yourself like $1.50. And I wouldn't even think it's all that great to begin with, but there you go. And if you need to fix some sockets and connectors and so forth, here you go from Vanguard, the 125 volt, 15 amp, 12 to 18 gauge light up male connector for $3.50, normally $5, save like $1.50. Or the Chief 4-inch professional high-speed extended reach air cutoff tool for $100, normally $130, save yourself 30 bucks. Or the professional air punch and flange tool from Chief, 50 bucks. I don't know how many people actually use this thing, but there you go. If you need it, you can get it for 50 bucks, normally 70. Save yourself 20 bucks there. Or the Pittsburgh 3/8-inch drive composite quick release ratchet, 7 bucks right now, normally 9. That's a couple of bucks you save. Now they've gone to this funky little green color. They were blue for a while, then they were red. I kind of like the red one better, but there you go. It's green now. And if you need some locking tie downs, a 2-pack, you can get it for 5 bucks right there. Or these cable cutters from Doyle, 10 inchers for 20 bucks, normally 22. Save a couple of bucks. You need some wood glue from Gorilla Glue, 7 bucks right now, normally 9. Or you need some electrical tape and a rainbow of colors. They even set it up for you all together there. Nice little display. There you go from Stick Tech. 1/2 inch by 20 footer, 6-piece set for $3. Normally 4, save an entire 1 buckaroo. And here you go. How about another floodlight set? Here you go with another flood combo set. LED light bar, a 42-incher this time. You want a bigger one? 42-incher, 120, normally 150, save $30. Or the power plunger. Yeah, this is not going to undo a really serious clog, but some people think it does. If you want the power plunger to undo some clogging, there you go, $10 right now. Normally 13. You get the little air booster right there with the bottom part, all that stuff for $10. You want yourself a putty joint knife from Quinn, 6 inches, $4.50 right now, normally $6. That's like $1.50 you save. Or if you want yourself an air grinder from Chief, the 4.5-inch professional air angle grinder for $90, normally $100, save a whopping $10. Need some screwdrivers, the premium screwdriver set from Quinn, 2 pieces for $3, normally $4. That's a whopping $1 you saved there. And here you go with the Earthquake XT 1/2 inch composite air impact wrench, 2-inch extended anvil with twin hammers, 1,190 foot-pound capacity for $100, normally $140. Save yourself $40. That's a decent savings. And here you go, some kind of sex toy? No, they're earplugs, reusable silicone earplugs, a 50-pack. There you go for $5.50, normally $8. Save yourself a couple of bucks. Or a tool hook for $1.39, normally $1.79. Save yourself a whopping 40 cents on that one. My goodness, I got to run to the store and get that. For 40 cents, I got to hurry in and get that before it's gone. Oh my goodness. Here you go, Central Machinery 5-inch multi-purpose vise with anvil, $65, normally $75. That's $10 you save there. Or a web lifting sling, 2-inch by 6 foot, 6,400-pound capacity for $9, normally $12. Or you want some paracord? There you go, $1.80. Or a pressure washer from Predator, the 2650 psi, 2.4 gallons per minute, 5.6 horsepower, 196 cc pressure washer from Predator, $320 for this guy right now, normally $350. That's $30 you save. And how about this? How about if you need a trailer tire, the 1,360-pound capacity Raleo trailer tire for $100 right now, normally $130. Save yourself $30. Or you need some impact swivel sockets, a 7-piece set, 1/2 inch drive, $25 right now, normally $40. That's about $15 off. Comes in SE or metric. And the trim and molding tool set, 5 pieces for $5 right now, normally $9. Save a couple of bucks. Or your anti-fatigue roll mat. I have one of these guys from a different company, but these are very good to have on hand if you stand a lot and you do a lot of work at your workbench or something. Very good to have. Save your knees, your back, your ankles, all sorts of stuff. $8 right now, normally $11. Save a couple of bucks. Or the 24-inch general purpose tire iron for $4.50, normally $7.50. Save a couple of bucks there. Or from Bauer, the 5-inch PSA sanding disc 5-pack for $2, normally $5. That's a decent savings on that guy. Or here's another caster, the 2-inch rubber swivel caster for $2, normally $3. You save a whopping $1. 3-outlet 2 USB rapid charging wall outlet for $8, normally $10. Save a couple of bucks. Or here's a 6-outlet 2 USB rapid charging power strip, $13, normally $17. Couple of bucks you save there. Or the Maddox ball joint service kit for 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive vehicles, $55 right now, normally $85. So that's about $30 you save on that guy. And one thing also, you should be a little bit careful when using these guys, because I think this is like a cast iron thing, and it may seem extremely durable, but you never know what may happen. Again, I posted a picture a little while back on the community tab or post tab on my channel where somebody I found online had one of these from Icon, not even Maddox, Icon, and it cracked in half as he was using it. So be very careful when you're using this stuff. Use some big gloves or something if you have to hold on to it, because that guy, I didn't post a picture because, YouTube. But that guy, when I saw it online, he basically split his hand open. He had to run to the hospital to get stitches. It literally ripped his hand apart. I mean, not literally, but the palm of his hand was really sliced open pretty badly. So be very careful when using this stuff. You never know, if you put too much force, it may wind up hurting you if you don't have some good hand protection. I don't think that guy was wearing gloves, so that's probably why he got seriously hurt. So be careful with these guys. And you need some plasti dip. There you go, 11-ounce multi-purpose rubber coating for $8, normally 10. Save a couple of bucks. A 15-inch flat pry bar, $2.50, normally $4.50. A couple of dollars there. A 250-pound pull retrieving magnet, $12 right now, normally 20. That's about $8 off. Or the Icon aluminum bearing and seal driver set, 16 pieces for $100, normally $130. Save $30. One of these slime tire sealers, 24-ouncer, for $11, normally $13, save a couple of bucks. You know, these guys have got to be really outrageously expensive. Just a few years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, these kind of things used to be like $2. They're meant to be inexpensive to keep it in your car for emergency use. But at $11, now it's a little bit on the pricey side in my opinion. But anyway, and one thing also I'll tell you, some of these guys, I've used one in the past. It wasn't slime, it was a different one. But anyway, there was a tire that had a slow leak and couldn't find where it was. Even the tire place couldn't find it. It probably had to do with the way the seal was on the rim. But anyway, so I tried to use one of these guys, and it kind of messed up the TPMS sensor for a while. So be very careful with that. You never know what the consequences may be. But my wife kept complaining about the tire losing pressure. So, you know, we had to do something. You know how that goes. And here you go if you want a segmented turbo cup wheel, $45 for this guy from Hercules, normally $50, save about $5. You want a small little bag that is inexpensive from Voyager, the 11-inch tool bag with 3 pockets, $7, normally $10, save about $3 there. Or the Bauer masonry cutoff wheels, a 10-pack for $6, normally $8, that's a couple of bucks you save there. But here we go, how about this guy? The 15-inch end cabinet from US General. You can get this guy for $250 right now, normally $280. Save yourself $30. Comes in 8 colors, black, blue, green, orange, yellow, white, gray, and red. Or from Icon, the color-coded L-shaped ball and hex key set, 13 pieces for $17, normally $25. Save yourself about $7-8 around there. And that comes in SAE or metric. And if you want a bigger, beefier hand truck, here you go with the 3-in-1 convertible hand truck, $150 right now, normally $170. Save yourself $20. And all right, guys, that's it. That's all the coupons that we have this time going on at Harbor Freight for the Inside Track Club deals. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.